This is JordangeVision. Pull up a seat and kick up your feet. Welcome, guys. Thank you for tuning in to another JordangeVision video. We are going to continue with some Beyond Belief Fact or Fiction tonight. Again, if you're not familiar with that show, we see 5 stories. We have to guess whether each story is based on a true story or is completely fiction, made up by the writers. We get as many right as we can, and at the end of the show, we find out. You'll recall in the last episode I reacted to, I got a 4 out of 5. I was very close to getting a 5 out of 5, probably the closest I've ever been. But that graveyard story, the one I got wrong, had that thing where she was getting stuck to the ground by the spirits or whatever. And I thought, there's no way that's true. So I originally did think, that was going to be a fictional story. And then it came up with a logical reason for it, the knife being stuck in her jacket, and maybe that's why she was stuck to the ground. So I thought, okay, there's a logical reason for it now. I think I can change this to true. And as it turned out, it was false, and that was the one I got wrong. So, but that's in the past now. We got a new episode today. Maybe we'll get a 5 out of 5 today. Who knows? So, without further ado, pull up a seat and kick up your feet. Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction, Season 2, Episode 8. Here we go. Before we get started, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and don't forget, reacting to art is sharing art. Channels like these benefit everyone from the viewers all the way up to the original creators themselves. Also, a reminder, spoilers are likely, so if you haven't seen this episode yet and would like to, please feel free to click off and take care of that first. I'll be here when you get back, but for those of you who are sticking with me, here we go.
They say the truth will out, but is it always that easy to see?
I mean, with this show, not really.
Beyond belief. This drawing, our eyes tell us that the line in the lower segment is definitely longer than the line in the upper one. But let's.
I mean, it looks that way, but
they're exactly the same length.
Knew that was coming.
I'll show you stories. Anyone who's ever visited a theme park knows how real they can make animatronic figures these days.
They do have guys in suits playing Mickey Mouse and stuff, but I guess they're talking about something else.
With the masks and models on display in this workshop look familiar to you. They should.
These look kind of real.
For this, the goal of the craftsman here is to get you to suspend your disbelief and accept their work as real, of course.
For real life beyond belief.
I want to scare you to death.
This looks like a real ape.
Meet Ted Beeman. He's the one wearing the glasses.
Just in case you couldn't tell.
Kirby. The thing Ted is not. Is bored.
Tired too, Kirby?
I mean, the ape looks bored.
You've really been like a true friend to me.
This isn't one where it like comes to life, does it?
All right, what's up with the lousy monkey?
His name's Kirby. He's not
Ain't that lousy? Have you seen it?
He's a giant.
Is he ready?
I'm still having some problems.
Didn't see any problems.
Want the ape now, or they are going to hold up payment. Now, I'm not going to take the hit for that, Beeman. Okay?
Good work takes time.
Piece of junk!
Do not call him a piece of junk. Not in front of him.
Robotic apes have feelings too.
I mean, you're sitting around here all day, all night. You never go anywhere, you never do anything, you don't even have a life.
I enjoy my work.
How is he not doing anything? Like, he's creating all
I
this
don't hear you talking to these
masterpieces.
like they were really. I want that big ape ready to ship first thing tomorrow morning, or you are gone. And I will make sure that you don't work at any other shop in this town.
Yeah, who else are you gonna get to make these things? I'd call that an empty threat.
Ted Beeman took something home with him from work that night.
Beeman! Where is that jerk? Oh, come on.
He went home?
He should be working on that thing. Beeman! All right, that's it. He's finished.
Geniuses need to sleep too.
$500,000 pile of worthless junk.
Careful what you're saying there, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, it looks like you're working just fine to me. Okay, baby, I'm sure
Your employee's not an idiot after all.
Fire that idiot Beeman, huh?
What did I just say? Yeah, it means nothing that he created the thing.
Shut you down. Hey.
Yeah, he has no idea what he's doing. Yeah, you gonna shut me down? I'm just gonna kill you. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Get him, Kirby. That is not the steadiest ladder. Now, even if Beeman was here, I don't think he'd let him out. That's gonna leave a mark.
What happened?
Owner's dead. Down on the rolling stairs, broke his neck.
Wait a minute. I left you. No, that's impossible. I pulled your driver board.
He shouldn't have been able to work. So it just came to life and
What
killed
happened
him?
here? Kirby's driver board had been removed, so how could he have moved? Did he actually come to life on his own? Or did Ted Beeman kill his boss and concoct this entire story to fool the police? Or
At least that's possible,
is it
too.
we who concoct
All
stories?
right, let's talk about that one. I guess it's possible that that thing about Ted doing it himself and concocting the story about the monkey doing it, I guess that's possible, too. Like, is it possible? And I kind of think it is. There's lots of stories about, inventors being killed by their own inventions type of thing. And, this is, a big animatronic gorilla who's, at least meant to simulate a real gorilla. Who, might kind of act like one and get a little aggressive, So it's a little weird that, he did it when the driver board was missing, but I don't know. I'm kind of thinking this one's true. I don't know exactly how, of course, the gorilla worked without a driver board, but, stranger things have happened with this show. So I have a feeling I'm going to mark this one down as true. So, got the first one down. Let's get to the second one.
The next story is about magnetic attraction between a man and a woman. An attraction so strong, it defies explanation.
I've seen attractions like that.
We always follow the same 3-mile route through the neighborhood that bordered our college. Only this day, for some reason, we chose a different path.
A gorgeous girl in a miniskirt who's in trouble.
Of course, he notices the miniskirt first.
Hi. Do you need any help?
I locked myself out.
Are you sure this is
He
your
doesn't
house?
seem all that frantic about it.
I left my keys right there on the table.
Hey, it happens. I didn't even know how to break into a house. But I wanted to impress this
Easier
woman.
said than done. But hey, when you're horny, you'll do anything.
Got him.
It actually looked easier than it should have been.
I got a bad feeling about this.
You got a bad feeling about everything, man.
Got invited in, though.
By the way, I'm Ben, and this is Matt.
It's weird. She doesn't know what a handshake is? Yeah, this girl is weird. She doesn't know what a cheers is. At least they know. Even then, she still doesn't do it.
Do you go to school around here or anything like that?
No, not anymore.
Interesting.
But you still
what
live
kind
here.
of music do you like?
Music? What's that?
Summer, the Bee Gees.
Okay, she does know some music.
Great. Cool. What's your name again?
Thank you very much for your help.
She doesn't even have a name? Unless that is her name.
Yeah, she's a little weird. That's what I like about her. She's like a challenge.
Yeah, maybe she'll let you shake her hand on the 5th date.
Maybe.
The next day, I wanted to see her again. What happened to this house?
What? What's going on?
Hey,
Oh,
what happened
Condemned?
to this house?
Maybe we're on the wrong street.
You must be.
No, this is the
is that the
house.
same house?
House has been closed up ever since a young girl committed suicide in it 20 years ago.
Many years
Parents
ago.
moved to Europe. I got a key if you guys want to go take a look.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You just gonna let the two strangers in? Oh yeah, it did not look like this the day
This
before.
has gotta be a joke. This has gotta be some kind of joke.
There's footprints.
Oh, yeah, footprints. Somebody's been here.
Hey, Ben. That's where our glasses were.
Oh wow.
Look. What
And the
happened to
girls
the other imprint?
blew away.
Ben, it's really freaking me out.
This is freaking me out. And the girl's prints disappear.
Were they really in that house the night before? If so, how could the house have been boarded up and unused?
That's a really good
Maybe they
question.
had this. How do you explain those footsteps in the dust?
Yeah,
Is this
that's
story
weird.
real?
Okay, lot to unpack in that one. Of course, they visited some house, they saw someone. They got invited in for drinks after helping her with her keys, which, again, seemed a lot easier than it should have been. You'd think the girl, if she was really having trouble, could have opened the window herself and reached her keys. But yeah, apart from that, it does look like it wasn't the wrong house or anything like that, because their footprints were there and the imprints from the glasses were there. So how could it have been condemned and all that? It just seems like a lot, if that girl's actually dead and if the house was actually boarded up, like, how could they have gotten in there? It just seems a little weird, like, for all of that to happen. And I think it's a little too much for me to believe. So I think I'm going to mark this one down as fiction. Okay, so I've got one true, one fiction. Let's see what the third story is.
This is a stamp used by some police departments to mark their casework as solved.
Did you solve all those cases, Jonathan?
Or unwilling. Detective Hank Reese is a legend among detectives. He's never had an open-ended case, but he's about to be faced with the most baffling crime of his career.
Southern California beaches are the most beautiful in the world.
I
That's
can
why I
imagine.
moved to a house on the water almost 5 years ago.
Being in Canada in January, like, I could go for that right now.
She was my neighbor, but now she was a victim of a bullet in the chest.
Oh, that's gotta suck. He knew her.
Hey, hey, got some footprints.
Stocking feet?
What, someone was
Maybe
walking on
you
the
want
beach
me
in
to shoot
socks?
Maybe.
She lived with her boyfriend. He's pretty shook up.
Oh, I can imagine.
I usually go, but I was too wiped out. I had a 18-hour recording session yesterday.
Oh, he's a musician.
How was your relationship?
What's that supposed to mean? I loved her. We were gonna get married. You think I killed her, don't you?
Did you?
I don't know.
I'll talk to you anymore. I'm calling my lawyer.
Well, that escalated really quickly.
I loved her.
I didn't like
mad.
this guy at all, but I guess we were even. His dog didn't like me. What is it about dogs and me?
Yeah, what's up with this dog?
I guess he doesn't like cops.
I mean,
Pored
maybe?
over every detail of. I hated the pretty boy and his mutt, but I wasn't sure he was a murderer. So he wasn't gonna
really
get
sure
away
either,
with
but,
it, not on my home turf.
Seems a little attitude-ish.
Some blood and skin tissue under her fingernails. You find a suspect, we can go for a DNA match.
Anything else?
So far, that's it. Besides the slug. You're not going to get much out of this. It's a 9mm.
Not even a unique gun.
Hey, Hank.
For some reason, all my dreams were turning into horrible nightmares. I would relive each crime that I was investigating in every grisly detail.
Maybe that's how you'll find something out. Okay, there they are.
My other dreams.
Oh no.
It's always so damn real.
Can't imagine. Cops probably do have a lot of dreams like that.
My clothes were soaked with sweat. I had to get out of them. That's when I saw it for the first time.
Saw what?
I must have done it myself in my dream.
Wait. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
And some sleep. My socks were damp and sandy.
The killer was in sock feet. Is he the killer in his own case? Like, did he do it and not remember?
I still have the bullet with me. Every crook in the
Oh, he's
country
gonna check it
carries
with
a
his gun.
9mm, but
We're in a pretty good phone book, though.
slug in the... I held it up against the murder bullet. A perfect match. I wake up tired every morning because I sleepwalk every night.
Oh, he did it when he was sleepwalking.
The murderer was me.
There's a conclusion for you.
Could this be? Have you ever experienced a sleepwalking episode, either by you or somebody near you? It can be quite startling. Sleepwalkers have been known to get dressed, drive a car, even eat dinner.
They can do some crazy things. Talk about this one. Like they said, sleepwalkers can do some pretty amazing things when they're sleepwalking, and, it's possible they do something that they don't remember or they don't know. So because of that, I mean, I don't claim to know a lot about sleepwalking and, the extent of what they can do, but, it's possible, he could have been having an episode or whatever, and, he went outside and had his gun on him, and something like that could have happened. And that explains why the dog was mad at him, too. He saw the guy who attacked his person, There's nothing really about this story that's not believable. It's pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? It's pretty grandiose, I guess. Just pulling a word out of the blue there. But other than that, I think it's possible, I think I'm going to mark this one as true. We got 2 trues, 1 fiction so far, so let's move on to the next story.
Timers, alarm clocks, calendars, day planners, all geared to tell us where we have to be. Of course, sometimes
Where we
have to
living
look
now?
forward to these. For the members of the St. Mordecai Baptist Church, it was the weekly choir practice, 7 p.m. every Thursday. Sister Louise Pittman and her Mighty Rays of Joy have been singing together for the past 10 years at St. Mordecai's Baptist Church.
You do sound pretty
Sister
good.
Louise.
I will pray. Yeah, 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 yeah.
A little pop star in that last little bit there.
Yeah, well, how was... Is your name Louise? And are you the head of this choir? I don't think so.
Maybe he went a little rogue there.
It was clear you were going for a solo career.
Aren't we all, though?
I'll see you all on Sunday. First service, 8 a.m. I mean, we've been together 10 years. We know the schedule. You know how she is about punctuality. Be on time or lose a dime.
True, though.
Be on time or lose a dime.
Did you hear them?
The week passed quickly, and then it was Thursday, choir rehearsal night once again.
We don't see the
Lawrence
performance?
left an important business meeting early so that he could get to rehearsal on time, and Shelley was preoccupied on the phone.
You can't keep letting them push you around.
She looks a little preoccupied.
Well, I think we're going to be early.
Hey, better early than late, right?
You know that's right.
You're in time or lose a dime, right?
However, Lawrence was not having any luck at all.
Oh, no. Sister's gonna be mad.
Every Thursday night, she would leave promptly at 6:40, knowing that she would hit the first step of the church at exactly 6:55. She always liked
precise.
arriving 5 minutes.
Do you believe this?
Oh, no.
2 blowouts at the same
Two
time.
flat tires at once?
We better take pictures, man. Sister Louise is gonna want proof.
Yeah, no kidding. She's gonna think they're all lying.
I told you what I thought you should do.
Oh, no, you're still there?
Okay, wait a minute. What time do you have?
Oh, the clock was broken. Oh, no, what's going on here?
The rain last night undercut the street, and now we've got a big sinkhole. I mean, it's just not safe.
Yeah, I can't walk in a sinkhole.
We haven't been late once in 10 years.
Gonna have to be late this time.
What the Lord did provide for Sister Louise was a lift on an emergency vehicle. And even with that, she arrived
I guess
at
that's
church
pretty
after her
special.
sacred stop.
What's everybody doing outside?
What happened?
Gas main broke. Church blew up 10 minutes ago.
No way.
Everybody all right?
Every member of the choir had a problem that night. An ironic circumstance that not only kept them from being in the church at 7 p.m., it also kept them alive.
Like, if they'd been on time, they would have been in there.
Is it mere coincidence that every member of the choir was saved on the same night? Or is it possible that a higher spirit was protecting this group of inspirational singers?
Talk about this one. I don't really want to get into religion and, miracles and all that. Some people believe, some people don't, whatever you believe is all good, whatever religion you may have. So not going to get into that. It's very possible, a lot of things could have been connected on that day, the flat tires, the car trouble and stuff. Like maybe something was in the air, I don't know. Made the church blow up, and girl who was just wasting time on the phone or whatever, that could have been, an outlier. But other than that, again, it's a lot of coincidence, but it's not anything supernatural or anything like that. So I don't think it's out of the question that this could have happened. I think I'm going to mark this one down as true. And yeah, like not getting into the religion of the thing, people believe what they believe. But all of that aside, I think it's possible. So yeah, we have one more story before we get our answers. So let's get it.
You believe in the power of a curse? Lava rocks from a volcano in Maui said to be ruled by the goddess Pele have been known to bring misfortune to people who take them home as souvenirs.
Nobody bring those things home.
Diamond has brought misfortune to its wealthy owners through the centuries. And what about
just sell it,
this
it's a diamond.
unusually shaped chair? But as for this particular chair, protection is the last thing it provides.
Like so many sons of the rich, he was spoiled rotten. That's why he was one of my favorite clients. But this time...
I mean, if you pay $1 billion for a piece of crap, you're anyone's favorite client.
Even though I was making a sizable commission by procuring this chair on his behalf, I was very afraid of the reputation that came along with it.
Got a history, does it?
George Talbot had just become the current owner of the hooded chair.
I mean, it doesn't look all that foreboding.
I only hoped he wouldn't be tempted to defy the fates.
Dude is just hypnotized by it.
You're not going to sit in that, are you?
You know, it's a chair. I'm going to do a cartwheel over it.
That's attached. If I did, I wouldn't have had you buy it now, would I? It's not very comfortable.
Yeah, that's what I
I
thought.
certainly don't feel. Now, I'd like to see that list of the previous owners, please.
Oh, I'm working on it, but it's been really hard to track all of them down. This chair is over
They all
300
dead?
years old, and they're...
Maybe that's why they're hard to track down.
Jenny, the downstairs maid, let her curiosity get the best of her.
Curiosity about sitting in a chair? Oh my god, it's the boss's chair! You'd think it was a king's throne, the way she's being so tentative.
It's too hard.
That chair is not for you to sit in, Jenny.
Busted.
It is.
I just wanted to see what it felt like.
It's a chair. I mean, there's a couch right there. You can sit in that.
Another week went by at the Talbot house, and then came the news.
Hello.
Jenny was killed by a drunk driver while crossing the street just 1 week after George Talbot found her sitting in the hooded chair.
Well, that's one. That could be a coincidence. But is there going to be more than one?
He refused to believe that the chair had anything to do with Jenny's untimely death.
I mean, if that's the only thing that happened, I'd be inclined to agree.
The next week, his close friend Eric came to visit. He insisted on sitting in the chair over Mr. Talbot's strenuous objections. 2 days later, Eric Cates was piloting his private plane to a meeting in upstate New York. The plane's engine suddenly failed for no reason, sending him to a fiery death.
So now that's two.
The chair, Talbot Steel, was besieged by lawsuits and teetered on the brink of bankruptcy. It was becoming too much for Talbot.
Wow, is the chair doing that too?
I found the documentation about the chair. I could come back.
No,
Okay.
no, I want to see that right away. That's Napoleon.
Napoleon's chair?
70.
Look at the date. Napoleon was in a farmhouse in Belgium planning strategy for his battle the next day. That battle was in a place called Waterloo. Mr. Talbot, this
Waterloo
chair
battle?
was part of... Napoleon used it before the greatest military defeat of all time.
Okay, this chair is cursed.
The chair is.
Mr. Talbot, can I get you anything? Are you all right?
No, leave me be.
Can you get me an axe and let me break this thing? You could throw it in a fireplace and the fire would probably kill everyone around it. What's he gonna do? I think he is gonna try and break it or something. Oh, he does have an axe.
I will not be destroyed by a chair.
Something tells me you're about to be destroyed by a chair. What did I tell you?
Was it the same chair Napoleon sat on before he met his Waterloo? Or was that just another chair with a similar design? Maybe this story is totally made up and this chair has no curse at all.
Oh.
But then again, why take chances?
Oh, I was getting worried a bit for you there. Talk about this last one, and I am really, 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 really on the fence on this one. Again, you know, when there's a historical figure mentioned in the story like Napoleon, it's tended to be true, like in the history of the show. But there's just so much, man. Like everyone who touches the chair basically ends up dying. You know, people swear by that kind of thing. I don't know really in my logical mind if that's something I believe, like an object can actually be cursed like that. So that's where I'm kind of teetering on the fiction side. Nice if I actually read up a little more on Napoleon and maybe there is, you know, a story somewhere about Napoleon's chair and, you know, him sitting in it before the battle or whatever. Like, growing up in Canada, we didn't really learn much about the history of other countries, like including Napoleon stuff. And I'm still going back and forth on it in my mind. Like, I still don't know what I'm going to write down, like, as I'm speaking at this moment. I'm going to say, just because it's just so much, like, and there I go back and forth again. I could just jump on Wikipedia right now and, you know, see if Napoleon has a chair like that, but that That really wouldn't be fair. I got to do it right now without looking at anything, without getting any help. Okay, it's just a lot. I'm gonna mark it as fiction. I wouldn't be surprised, but yeah, it's a lot. Got everything. So I marked stories 1, 3, and 4 as true, and I marked stories 2 and 5 as fiction. Let's see how we did.
Now it's time to review our stories and reveal which ones were false and which ones were inspired by actual events. The story of the animatronic gorilla with a mind of its own. Did this one really happen?
I said it did.
Shut down. Come on, shut down.
Oh, that gorilla looks way too eager to kill.
Did you guess that a similar story to this one did occur? Not this time. It never happened.
This time, okay. 0 for 1.
And how about the two men, the mansion, and the spirit of a woman they met?
So I said false on this one.
Sierra, what's your name again?
Thank you very much for your help.
It's a weird exotic name.
If you thought this one was based on a real event, we got you. It never happened.
Okay, so that's one right.
And what about the detective who found that the murderer he was seeking was himself?
So I said true on this one. How does the dog know what a gun is? Has he seen him before?
Is there really a recorded case of a policeman who found himself guilty and then booked himself for murder? Yes, there is.
There is, okay.
A similar event took place.
So that's 2.
Now let's take a second look at the story of the church choir that mysteriously escaped tragedy. True or false?
So I said true on this one as well.
It's the first time we've all been late in 10 years.
Okay.
Praise the Lord.
Did a similar incident to this one actually happen to a church choir? Yes, it did. This
Yes.
one took place.
Okay, we're up to 3. Chance for 4 on the last one.
How about the chair whose curse had been handed down from the days of Napoleon?
So I said fiction after a lot of hemming and hawing.
I will not be destroyed by a chair.
If you thought we made this one up, you've met your Waterloo. The tale of this chair was inspired by a true
Okay,
story.
that one was true. But we still got 3.
Were you able to spot the truth tonight? It's going to be so
Yes. I'll
slick.
take a 3 out of 5.
I'm Jonathan Frakes.
Join us for more stories next time on Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction.
Well, thank you guys for joining me for another video. Got a 3 out of 5 on that one. I'll take a 3 out of 5, you know. Seems to be my most frequent result, I guess. I got a 4 last time. Hoping to get another 4 and maybe another 5 fairly shortly. We'll see what happens in episode 9. But until then, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Check out my sports vlogging channel, Jordan's Vlogs. And until next time, this is Jordan saying you can be productive sitting at home on your couch. All you need is a TV, a great catalog, and a vision. This has been JordangeVision. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.